In 2013, the Humane Society of the United States has estimated that about 6 to 8 million dogs and cats are cared for by animal shelters, and about 3 to 4 million of those animals in shelters are euthanized due to the limited amount of space available. The Humane Society of the United States also shows that 3 to 4 million dogs and cats are adopted from shelters every year, which is still pretty low compared to the number of animals that are euthanized. I have always been interested in adopting from shelters ever since I found out that pet stores get their dogs from puppy mills. Finding out that was shocking because I always expected pet stores to get their dogs from more humane places and respectable places. Adopting a pet from an animal shelter can help save a life, give a home to a pet, and put puppy mills out of business. So why is it important to adopt an animal from a shelter? Puppy mills are terrible outdoor breeding farms that mass-produce puppies for sale to pet stores and regularly supply dogs to animal brokers or laboratories. Puppy mills are only focused on profit rather than the health of the animal. To the people who run the puppy mills, the dogs are only seen as profit. The dogs that come from puppy mills are not healthy because of the cramped living situations that they live in. They are not properly taken care of since the day that they are born. The animals that come from these puppy mills are not granted a long, healthy life since they are born in unhealthy conditions. The amount of bacteria and viruses that are found in these puppy mills are tremendous. Also, the amount of filth and bacteria that are found in where these animals are being transported in is great as well. A majority of these animals are also not seen by veterinarians due to the amount of expenses that would be. Many people are unaware of where their pets come from, which has become a major problem in the United States, since a majority of these animals are from puppy mills. Since a lot of people go to pet stores because they see them as being better than animal shelters, they are continually supporting the amount of puppy mills available and the mass production of pets that are kept in cramped and unsanitary conditions. If we continue to buy animals from pet stores, then the animal shelters will have to start euthanizing more and more animals due to not having enough space available for housing all the pets. The amount of animals being euthanized has decreased from 25% in the 1970s to about 3% today. Although this amount is significant, it is still a long way to go before ending animal overpopulation. Most of the animals that are found in pet stores have been so mistreated since they were born from all the neglect and stress that they are put under that they won't live long, healthy lives. They also contain many contagious viruses that they get from other animals that they share the cages with. Those who are affected most by the mass production of animals in puppy mills are pet owners and animal shelters. Animal shelters are given a bad representation due to being seen as animals that are mistreated or only the misbehaved animals. These ideas are not true because animal shelters are full of healthy, happy pets that were often put in animal shelters because of reasons such as divorce, a move, or lack of time. From personal experience, one of my close friends has adopted 3 of her dogs from an animal shelter, and she said that it's one of the best decisions that she's made. But there are lots of ways to help support animal shelters that are trying their best for animals, helping animals in need. Even though buying a pet from a pet store may seem like a good idea and harmless at first, there's always another alternative to finding a pet that you can add to your family. You can go visit a local animal shelter to see the animals that are available to you. You will feel good about yourself knowing that you are looking at pets that are well taken care of and are shown love from animal shelter employees that know what they're doing. You'll help save the life of an animal when you adopt from an animal shelter by letting there be more place for another animal to stay there. Adopting from an animal shelter is also a lot cheaper than buying from a pet store because these animals are already spayed or neutered and have been up to date with their vaccinations. By adopting from animal shelters, you will feel better about yourself because you are not supporting puppy mills where the animals are kept in cages their whole lives and not given any human interaction. They are also used to continually breed over time, and once they are no longer able to breed, they are either killed or abandoned or sold at auctions. Keep these facts in mind the next time that you want to add a pet to your house. Picture yourself at an animal shelter with a long row of healthy, happy dogs looking at you waiting to see if you'll put them in a new forever home. If you were to go to a puppy mill, you would not see any healthy, happy dogs looking at you, because you would see sick dogs in pain that are not shown any love. The next time you go to a pet store because you decide you want to buy a pet from there, will you be able to live with knowing that you are supporting an industry that doesn't care at all about their animals? Now, would you want to see more animals in animal shelters being put down because there are not enough spaces available to save other animals that actually need help? What can we do to help support animals in a good forever home? By visiting your local animal shelters, and instead of going to a pet store for for a new addition to your family, you will help save a life and know that you're getting a pet from a trustworthy shelter that prioritizes the health and happiness of their pets rather than looking for profit. Thank you.